day 75 of the 90-day challenge, and believe it or not, we only have, if you do the math, 15 days left. That's just over 2 weeks, and we'll have read, if you're keeping up, the whole Bible all the way through. Hope you're doing good. Keep reading. I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed the reading lately. We're just starting into the New Testament. We'll actually read through the whole New Testament in just over 3 weeks. It's crazy how fast we're going through it. If you're caught up with the reading, you'll be almost done with the third Gospel, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. You'll finish up tomorrow and you'll be into the book of John, the fourth of the Gospels. And it's been really cool. I've really enjoyed reading about Jesus. There's so many great things in the Gospels to read about. You know, you got the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 5 through 7. You have the Olivet Discourse, which is when Jesus talks about the end times to his disciples in Matthew 24. And a lot of what he talks about in Matthew 24 we're studying right now in Velocity, the book of Revelation. There's the demon-possessed crazy man that he heals in Mark chapter 5. Similar stories through all three, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. And of course then one of my favorite miracles though that I was thinking through was the feeding of the 5,000. And it's found in Matthew 14, Mark 6, and Luke 9. Of course you guys are familiar with it. Jesus and his disciples are out. Jesus is talking to a huge crowd of people. All we know is there's at least 5,000 men. So that means there's probably at least 12 to 15,000 people out there on the countryside listening to Jesus. They start to get hungry and tired, and so Jesus says we need to feed them. And his disciples say, how can we do that? There's no way we could even make enough money in a year to feed these people barely a bite. And so he said, well, what do you have? And so one of the disciples brings 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And you guys know the story. He blesses the food and multiplies it, and everybody on the hillside, 12 to 15,000 people, get to eat until they're full, and then they pick up 12 big old baskets afterwards, you know? So I'm actually here in my kitchen, and I was thinking about how awesome that would be if God multiplied our food, because actually right now we have no bread. I think we have 2 pieces, and they're like the end of the loaf, you know, the part that nobody likes, so it would be great. I was thinking, however, I do have some fish. So it's actually sushi. I don't know if you guys are sushi fans, but I am. And so here's the deal. Hold on just a minute. This is really good. This is a California roll. Bottom line is, Jesus is the creator, right? And whatever he says goes. And that's kind of the theme throughout Matthew through John. And of course, Jesus gets killed in all 4 books. And so it sounds kind of crazy that he's God and he's in charge if he gets killed. But of course, you know the real story. He only stays dead for a few days. And before we know it, Satan is going from biggest party day of his life, I'm sure, with Jesus dead on the cross, to 3 days later wondering what in the world happened because Jesus is alive. So keep going on your reading. You only have 2 weeks left. We'll wrap it up at the end of March. If you're still interested in being a part of the video, talk to Ruben or email us and we'll get you info on how to do that. But we'll be starting it back up in May. So keep reading, and hope you're really enjoying it.
Here I am, all of me, with outstretched arms, ready to receive the one who will give